the foreign delegates of our organization today.
All right, that's some part of the reception that took place in Abuja not too long ago. President Goodluck Jonathan announcing rewards for the Golden Eaglets and our under-18 athletes. As I said, we will, because it's just fresh from Abuja, we will still put some touch to it and be able to give you some proper packaging of what the president said. But I'm sure that you don't see the president talks and not smile. I'm sure these athletes, these Golden Eaglets guys are smiling, and we will get details of what the president gave them for doing the nation proud. And more importantly, it's a boost to the under-20s who are in Germany, a boost to the Super Eagles who are also in Germany, that when you do this country proud,
you definitely get something.
You will be rewarded. You will be rewarded, and it fires you up to try to do a lot more for Nigeria.
Apart from football, other sports also.
Other sports, athletics.
From what is happening right now. Exactly.
Okay, let's move on. Still go to Germany now. Talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We were African champions in South Africa early this year, and the challenge for us is qualifying for the 2014 World Cup that will be taking place in Brazil next year. Interestingly, next year Nigeria will be celebrating 100 years, and it will be fitting for Nigeria to be at the world stage, the World Cup, in that time, and maybe do well, set a new record for Africa, maybe qualify for the semi-finals. It will be fitting celebration for Nigeria if we are able to do that next year. But it starts by qualifying this year.
It's very, very good, and it's very, very important for us to qualify, because I believe that the World Cup, itself, it is the major thing, for the Super Eagles. Their ticket is the major thing for them to get. And let's forget about the Confederations Cup, though we are going to partake in it. But the first thing first is that they must have it in mind that getting the ticket to the World Cup, the match against the Kenyans they are going to play in Kenya, and also the match they are going to play against Namibia. Those two matches are very, very important. They must make sure they get the result. To be hearing, not too good report that the likes of Victor Moses.
That's the next thing we want to talk about. Victor Moses is out. Kalu Uche is out. Before now, Ruben Gabriel also ruled out because of injury. So the 25-man squad now is down to maybe like 22, just a little over 20. And these are the guys that will be doing the business for us for the friendly against Mexico, for the World Cup qualifier and the FIFA Confederations Cup. Stephen Keshi says he's not calling up any fresh players. That he believes that those boys
can do it,
properly motivated, can deliver for Nigeria.
For him to come out to say so is because he knows these guys. He has been together with them for a very, very long time. He knows the guys, especially those that are on the bench who didn't play we didn't see most of them in the Nations Cup that we won in South Africa. We still have some decent players on the bench, but the likes of Victor Moses that is going to miss in this, I think this is a guy that brought out very, very decent performance for us, and he's very, very key in that team. So there's no how we are going to miss him. Let's not forget also that Emenike also, who did very, very well in the Nations Cup, ending up as the highest goal scorer in the Nations Cup, is not also part of this team. So I think what the coach is just going to do right now is change his formation, his tactics, his strategies, that he used.
It's not going to be easy for him.
It's not going to be very
these are key members of the team.
Exactly.
We saw the role that Moses played, as you said. We saw the role that Emenike played. And now, apart from the fact that we're missing these two guys, we are traveling away.
And let's not also forget that Mikel also, his form. He's
just coming out of a knock.
Also.
The same with Onazi.
Onazi also.
Wow.
So I think these guys, we need these guys very well. But like Stephen Keshi has said that, he has the boys that can do it. He has invited some like the likes of Akpala. Let's just believe and let's just hope that they're going to get the result for us at the end of the day.
Okay, let's hope so. Let's wish the Eagles the best of luck. It's not looking too good in terms of the news and the injury withdrawals at the last minute. But the good news for Nigeria is that when our backs are to the wall, that's when we produce best. So let's hope that is the case with the Super Eagles this time around. In spite of the injury withdrawals, I hope we have a team that can go all the way for us. Let's go now to a different kind of football on the beach. These guys have also delivered for us, in spite of the fact that we have little or no structure to support the success that they've been able to produce for us. We have only a few tournaments like the Copa Lagos, and where we are beginning to look at establishing a beach soccer league in Nigeria, maybe to give some structure to what is happening in beach soccer for Nigeria. But as we said, Sound Eagles are in Morocco, and this is the African qualifier for the Beach Soccer World Cup that will be taking place in Tahiti later this year. Nigeria is in a very difficult group. As you can see on your screen, we are in Group A alongside Egypt, alongside Libya, and Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire also have some pedigree at this stage. Group B has defending champions Senegal, Morocco, Ghana, and Madagascar. And Nigeria will need to be in the first two in Group A, and then end this competition in the last two, because two teams are going to represent Africa.
Exactly, because these Nigerian teams, this is not the first time they will be partaking in such competition.
We've won it about twice before.
Yeah, we've won it, and the last edition, you know, we lost out to Senegal
in the final. 7-4, I think.
Yeah, of which we now qualified for the World Cup. But I believe that the coach, that's Aldo, he has the guys, you know, that can do the job for him. The likes of Isiaka Lawale, who is also the captain of the team, is also in this team also. And these are guys who are experienced enough. They know more about this team. They've been together for a long time, and I believe they can churn out results that will get us to the World Cup.
All right, so we want to wish the Beach or the Sand Eagles the best of luck in Morocco, and pray that they finish in the top two and are able to get us a ticket to the Beach Soccer World Cup that will be taking place in Tahiti later this year. Let's bring you into all that we've said so far on Sports Tonight via feedback. A lot of your comments are coming through already. A lot of you have been reacting to some of the issues we've raised already. Dumnadio Konta, of course, talking about Channels Kids Cup on Twitter, says some schools, as we told you, have been decimated by the organizers during the routine screening. There was a screening put together by the organizers to ensure that we have only qualified students, pupils, play in the Channels Kids Cup, and very efficient these guys have been, and they have ensured that we have a level playing field. No mercenaries, no overage player is allowed, only primary school kids, and that's what has happened. And Oshinubi Olufemi, of course, on Twitter as well. You can see those handles on your screen, and our Facebook page as well, Channel Sports. Oshinubi Olufemi says Channels is doing a great job in catching the kids young, and he says he hopes that this can improve to secondary schools. All right, the vision for Channels is at the primary school level. Lagos State, for example, have a different program for secondary schools. A lot of states have programs for secondary schools. The Principal Cup is there. The Heritage Cup is there. The Principal Cup is spreading to other states now, like Rivers, like Ogun State. Lagos is involved. Oyo State have their own secondary school games as well. Other states have a lot of secondary school games, but Channels have a vision for the kids, primary school, at the lowest level of football, and that's what they are doing. Well, I'm not saying that tomorrow it wouldn't improve to maybe secondary schools or even go international, but for now it's Channels Kids Cup, Channels National Kids Cup, and the kids are in primary school. All right, but that's a good one. Onome Leonard has a little point of disagreement with us. President Jonathan rewarding under 18 athletes and rewarding the Golden Eaglets. He says Nigeria's cricket team won the trophy for the country recently. Nothing has been done for them. And then some teams also have gone out and have done the country proud in cricket, and they've not received presidential reward. Well, Honorable Sports Minister should look into that. This is a challenge from cricket, that they have also won something and they've not been rewarded. And I remember there was a lady that went out for chess, came on this show a long time ago and won some medals and wasn't properly received after winning. These are things that we should also look out for very carefully and reward all these people.
I think this sport, most of the problem in this is just that maybe their case was not duly presented, you know, to the president, because I believe if the sport minister knows about it, he has been doing fantastic job.
That means the sport minister needs to put his head to the ground.
Exactly. So
because you have to be in control of all the sports. You should know who is going out.
Yeah.
Is it possible for anybody to go out to represent Nigeria without the sports ministry knowing about it and the sports minister also knowing about it? They should be able to know everything about every Nigerian team going out.
So I believe that if the sport ministry, if they know more about all these athletes that are going out to represent the country, it's not as if they went out there to represent themselves. No. They went out to represent the country.
Holding the green, white, green.
And they've done very, very well. So I don't see anything wrong in them being rewarded. So it's a good thing.